most definitely. That's pretty much it. And to see who Canelo gonna get back in the ring with, that's my boy.
What do you think about the Kovalev fight?
I think exactly what the results were. A knockout.
You saw that happen?
I seen it happen. I seen it happening. When they first signed the contract, Kovalev too big, Kovalev too slow. Canelo is just Canelo. Like, come on, man. The man didn't beat 15 world champions. Like, speak for itself. Canelo right now, to me, is the face of boxing and have been for a while now. So Canelo, I mean, like, for him to be doing what he doing right now, the best thing for him was that loss against Floyd. It taught him so much. And that was dangerous for the sport of boxing. Now he taking over. So I kind of figured, like, I had a thought that was going. I had a thought that he was going to knock him out, and it just happened.
You think it was because Kovalev's a little bit older now?
Yeah, but I never thought that Kovalev was on a Canelo level. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that he's not good because he's great. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kovalev is one of the great fighters, but I didn't think that he was on a Canelo Alvarez level.
Side note to that point. Did you think he won one of those two Andre Ward fights?
Not at all.
And you, same question to you, Coach.
Nope.
He didn't win either one? So those weren't low blows?
You gotta,
gentlemen.
So listen. From being inside of the ring, right?
Yeah.
When y'all touching gloves, the referee tells both fighters, your trunks are too high, or your trunks are too low, or your trunks are just fine. Kovalev trunks was too high. So, I mean, you can't. Andre Ward already the shorter fighter. So, trying to dig in for a body shot, your main reaction is to bend. When he don't have to bend, he could have threw a straight punch and it would have hit him in his body. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he's not doing it intentionally.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you gotta cut him some slack, and that's what the referee did. He knew that the low blows wasn't intentional, but he was just trying to hit you with a body shot.
Quite a few.
So stop crying, Kovalev.
It's quite a few.
Nah,
I'm not gonna lie. It's quite a few. This wasn't like one or two. This is like a whole attack, like a whole assault.
Low blows that led to a loss.
Yes.
Lomachenko versus Orlando Salido.
Yes, that's a good point. That was.
Now, if you want to talk about low blows, we can go to that.
Yeah.
But Andre Ward and Kovalev, no good. No good. No good at all. No good at all.
Okay. I'll leave you that. That's fair.
I didn't like the Shawn Porter results neither.
Which one? The one against against Errol Spence?
Yeah,
he was mad about that.
I didn't agree with that neither.
Wait, so what was the what do you think was the result?
I think that Shawn Porter won by split decision.
Thank you very much. I said the exact same thing. I said even with that knockdown, I still thought Porter was well up. Like, he was comfortably up.
Yeah, I got Porter winning by split decision. If they wasn't going to give it to Porter, I think it should have been a draw, a majority draw.
At least.
Yeah, I don't think Errol Spence won at all, though. Me personally, I mean, everybody entitled to their own opinion.
You think he got exposed?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. And Shawn Porter's never an easy tough. I mean, my bad. He never gonna be an easy opponent. Like, the man is gonna be on your back for 12 rounds.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, Shawn Porter just one of them fighters where you just don't want to fight him. Yeah. Like, you don't want to fight him.
He's a dog.
Yeah, I don't care. We have the biggest heart in the world, biggest skill in the world, but it's just some people I don't even want to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for what? Fight him for what? That's too much energy, man.
Yeah. No, I'll give you that. And one thing I looked at when Shawn Porter was that Danny Garcia fight. Even though, like, Danny Garcia was the more accurate fighter, obviously, that fight. He didn't land more punches, but he was more accurate. Just in terms of, just like when you look at when you look at the way he was fighting. But it's what you're saying about Shawn Porter. He's really aggressive. He's going to double you up.
Yeah, Shawn Porter.
On punches thrown.
I think Shawn Porter, his decision against Danny Garcia was right. I think he beat Danny.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
I think he beat Keith Thurman.
Oh. Well, I mean, in terms of,
not Keith Thurman.
What? Did you not see that fight? You ain't see Shawn Porter versus Keith Thurman?
You know I seen it, yeah.
Man, Shawn Porter beat Keith Thurman. Shawn Porter beat a lot of these guys. Shawn Porter beat a lot of these guys.
I at least agree with you on the Spence one.
Man,
That
y'all
one
gotta go
was-
back and look at that Thurman fight.
Yep.
Go back and look at the Thurman fight. He did the same thing that Pacquiao did to them with that body shot. With all the body shots. Thurman never could take no body shot. Y'all just gotta go back and look at the fight again. Everybody entitled to their own opinion. I ain't saying that y'all wrong, but
That's right.
Shawn Porter won them fights. Period. Point blank.
So,
Point
Coach,
blank.
going back to that point about what we were talking about, like Shawn Porter kind of like exposing Errol Spence. So, what did you see in that fight as a coach, and also what would you use? Let's say you were Terrence Crawford's manager right here now. What would you take from that fight? And let's say you were matched up against each other, Spence, Crawford, whatnot. What would you take from that, and what would you try to implement in the game plan?
To beat Errol Spence?
Yeah, from watching that fight.
Well, I mean, he exposed. I mean, he beat him to the jab. He was controlling the fight. I mean, he was doing a lot of sidestepping.
Did you think he was nervous, Earl? I thought he was a little.
I don't know if he was nervous or the weight that he had to come down and kind of throw him off or something like that. But he didn't look. He didn't look the same.
Yeah.
He didn't look the same.
Thought that
Maybe it was probably the movement of Shawn Porter that he slept on, because you might think Shawn Porter flat-footed or something like that. And he can't move like he moved, but he showed a different fight. That fight, he showed me something, that I wasn't expecting either.
He took less hits.
Yeah, because he was moving a lot. He was moving a lot. He was moving. He was sidestepping. He was just way more active.
Yeah.
And Errol Spence seemed like he was just sitting there and just letting him beat him to the jab and beat him to the punch. If a fighter started off beating you with the jab, it's gonna be a long night. And I was expecting for Errol Spence to do that, and didn't do it.
Yeah.
So that's what got me.
Yeah. No, I was pretty disappointed from that aspect too.
Yeah.
I'm just curious what's gonna happen with them now.
And Shawn Porter was taking his power. I thought Errol Spence's power was gonna be at least a little effective to slow him down. But if your power not slowing the opponent down, and they can stay in your chest and keep forcing the pressure, then it'll be rough.
Right.
But he kind of outboxed Errol Spence to me. I think when you get on that level, when you started getting money like that, you started slacking. And,
you could see that.
But maybe the weight was a little too much too. Maybe the weight that he had to lose to come down. But
Yeah, I felt like also like you were talking about too, the money aspect, because the way he was talking was different.
Yeah,
than in the past. You know how like Errol Spence, like, obviously he's the truth, but you can tell he's the truth. Like especially like I loved his personality back then. He was more like humble, and now you see him when he's talking, especially when he's talking trash to other fighters. Like he'll bring up ratings and how many viewers, and
Stuff
I'm
like
promoting.
that.
You're not doing squat. I'm out here campaigning, promoting our fight. You're not even promoting. I'm like, is this really the trash talk you trying to like bring up?
Yeah.
Like, I get it if the opponent brought it up or something. The fact that he keeps bringing it up and he's using it as his main argument, I'm like, first off, I feel like that takes away from the art of trash talking a little bit, and I feel like the ratings and stuff like that, you leave that up to your manager, you leave that up to the people who actually deal with those things, especially as a fighter. So that was the one thing that got me about Earl going into that fight. I'm like, man, like maybe the money just getting to him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think money will change a lot of people on that level.
But obviously the result helped, and that just kind of like alleviated all that.
Yeah, but the result helped and lead to something else. To him almost losing his whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, after you won like that, you got to keep yourself together. You representing something. Do what you did and almost lose your life. You could have lost it all.
Right.
In one night. So winning can be a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
So when God bless you with something, you gotta respect it. If you don't respect it, he'll take it from you.
Yeah.
Have you take a step back. So I'm pretty sure he'll be a better person this time.
Hopefully. Hopefully. I mean, you gotta keep a good team around him. I mean, you going out with all these guys, and they let you get like that, and they let you drive off like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's deeper than just him going to go drink.
Yeah.
You gotta look at the people that's around him that he feeding, that's leeching up off him, and really don't care about him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, anybody on my team wouldn't. If I was, I don't even drink, but if I was to drink and get busted like that, I know for a fact they not letting me drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not letting me drive at all. And them the people that he need to have around him as well. But I think that he'll get it together. I think he learned his lesson from this accident. I hope everything going well with him, though. And hopefully he get a speedy recovery so he can get back to doing what he loved to do.
Yeah. Well, let's hope for the best. Obviously, yeah, I almost forgot about that. The accident with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, no question.
For you to be that lucky to flip out a car and don't have no broken bones or nothing.
Yeah, can't really scratch for it.
Well, that's what they say. So we don't really know the result because I mean he been in hiding right now. So
yeah, for like a good month. It's been since the incident.
Yeah, he been in hiding. So I don't think they telling the whole story. It'll eventually come out.
You think he got some kind of condition or something?
Nah, I think he was just drunk.
No, he's talking about.
No, I mean like the after, like the.
They still had face lacerations and stuff like that. So
I don't know. I don't even want to think about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully,